Thug Life shirt.
And you're live.
We're live.
You're live in your Thug Life.
My Thug Life. That's right.
That is pretty funny. It is pretty funny shirt.
I spilled something on Betty White earlier, but I cleaned it off.
I don't need to know what you do in your own time. I don't think you were here the week that I have a WKRP in Cincinnati shirt now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think that was the week that Tess and I did the show.
Does it have a turkey on it?
No, it does not. But that is the sole reason that I got it. It's 100% why I got that shirt. Hi, everyone. Or no one. I don't know. Yeah.
There's two people, which I think one of them might be Tess.
Quite yet.
We're not live quite yet.
It says it's upcoming.
It says we are 24 minutes in.
Cute.
Well, seconds.
Okay.
Seconds, minutes.
It's good now.
An amount of time. We have been here for an amount of time.
Some amount of time.
You're good.
I don't know how long.
I don't either. Hey, Brian.
Oh, hello.
Brian says we're live from New York.
It's Tuesday night.
Woohoo!
I am tired as if we were Saturday Night Live.
Hey, Bill.
I'm Rachel.
Living color. Hey,
Kelly.
that's a good one. Yeah. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Kelly. Yeah.
I love In Living Color.
I did like it. Living color. I watched a clip from mine the other day. I was like, that show was funny too.
It was, yeah.
If any young people are watching this, we know you have no idea. So I went to, it made me think.
Startled?
So I went to lunch today with a recruiter because, they want you to hire people through them, right?
Oh, I thought you were getting recruited.
No, I was not. So my boss
see.
and I went, and we were sitting down with them, and one of them knew that I owned a comic shop, and then
There's a cat.
Tess is gonna go steal a cat. We're saying this on live, and anyway,
Yep.
so they were like, "Well, what would you suggest?" And I asked them, "I'm like, well, what do you like?" And the girl's like, "Well, I like horror and stuff." I'm like, "It's something's killing the children. You should try." And she was go, "Can you describe it?" And I'm like, have you ever heard of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? And neither one of them had any idea.
What?
So we've now reached the generation that has no idea who Buffy the
God.
Vampire Slayer is.
I know who Buffy the Vampire Slayer is.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but you're around us all the time.
I knew about it before.
Sure, kid.
Wow, insult.
I don't understand.
That's ageist.
Kids these days.
And even my boss, who
Yeah.
isn't into this, on the way back, he was like, "How do they not know who?" He goes,
Like-
"Even I know who Buffy is."
Buffy's like part of the zeitgeist, even
That's-
now.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like so. It was like
God.
it's one of those things where no one's immersed in. If you're not immersed in this kind of culture, you just have no idea.
that is wild.
Those
Yeah.
poor people.
Yep. I agree, Brian. It like what? Like never heard of like Angel, sure. But Buffy? That seems insane to me.
I don't understand.
But anyway, you're just a well-rounded person, Tess.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're well read.
Well
I
read.
was just on Tumblr too early in my life.
Yeah, that's a whole different issue.
Yikes.
You know what? I didn't go that far, Brian. I probably could have asked, "Hey, did you ever see the live-action Scooby-Doo movie?" And they would have probably went, "Yes."
Phoebe's trying to mess with us.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that. I know better. There's no way you've been with Tommy this long and sit there and go, "Who's Buffy?" That's not. Yeah. I think Buffy to him would be like when Jaclyn and I started dating. The first thing I did was like, "You have to watch Airplane."
I mentioned to Jess and Scott and Rachel and Carl and Phoebe that neither Jaclyn nor Tess had seen Blazing Saddles and how we need to fix that.
It is coming to Fathom Events.
Yeah, I see a field trip in our future.
Did like when I started dating Jaclyn, I was like, okay, like I speak in a lot of movie quotes, but if I said you don't even have to like this movie, but you've got
just have to know.
you got to at least know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? So she enjoyed the movie, and then like she goes, okay,
Yeah.
now I got it. sniffing glue.
It's okay. I speak jive.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that movie's great. Yeah. Only watched 3 episodes of Buffy.
I know. I don't
accept that.
Wow.
I feel like I've failed Rachel as a friend. She's only watched 3 episodes of
Yeah.
Buffy. We will have to fix that.
Exactly. But yes, Airplane is great.
Bill, we are serious. Don't call us Shirley.
Billy, have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Oh my
God.
God.
And the whole Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skit in that is wonderful. Yeah.
God,
I
I haven't
love
watched
that
Airplane in a long time. Might be time to revisit.
Yeah, I watched it not long ago again because
Mhm.
it showed up on one of my streaming services.
Well, I can't watch it tonight because I'm going to watch a different comedy tonight.
Let me know how that goes.
We'll watch. It's at 9 p.m. on CNN. It's going to be the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. I'm very excited for it, honestly.
Yeah. I'll probably go home and watch baseball.
Yeah, that doesn't seem as funny.
It's not, but
But-
it's way less stressful.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be stressed at all.
I disagree, kind sir. I disagree. Like, I get what you're saying with the funny, but I
Yeah.
disagree. I have been around you way too long, sir. I'll stick.
They've
with
moved
baseball.
on to appetizers. They're eating the hamsters and the gerbils.
That's still my favorite memes out of all this. I can't quit doing the eating the cat thing.
I
It's horrible, but I can't quit doing it. It's like everything. I did it at work today, and I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna fire me.
Oh,
I am stealing the cats to eat them.
Yeah. Well, that's what made me laugh earlier. Is we're sitting here, we go live, and Tess goes, "Hey, there's a cat." I'm like, oh my God. I can't get away from it.
Oh my god. It's a really cute cat.
well, most of them are.
Yeah.
They're so fluffy. Phoebe's cat the other night was sleeping with like his paw over his face like this, and I took a picture and sent it to like Phoebe's kids. I was like, you have to see the cat being stupid.
Yeah, Tess tried to steal a dog on Saturday during the fall festival, but it ended up being nothing but just a fur ball thing.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh, that fluffy one.
That fluffy dog.
I was like,
Yeah.
did you try to take Tater? But
I probably tried to take Tater. as
Tater
well.
would go with you.
Tater would go with me.
He would love to
He
go with
loves
you.
me.
Yeah, somebody showed up with a dog, and it really looked like a
Yeah.
tribble.
Yeah.
Like,
The pom-pom.
It did.
because it was like nothing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all hair.
it was all here. Mashed taters.
The French fry potatoes. I love them French fry potatoes.
Oh my god.
That's all I remember from that movie. Like, it's been so long. I know that country music guy was mean, but I can't even remember who it was. Do you remember who it was?
What?
In Sling Blade?
And no, I have
Okay.
no idea.
So it was
like, you know how
some-
long ago that was?
I know. That's what I'm saying. All I remember is I love French fry potatoes. That's all I can remember. Dwight, thank you, Rachel. Rachel knows
Oh
everything.
God, was
Yeah.
that Dwight
Everything but
Yoakam?
Buffy.
I think she's been around me enough that she knows a lot about
Ah.
Buffy, even though she hasn't watched it.
Matt, yeah, that makes sense.
I also feel like I think her friend Brandon also liked Buffy.
Mhm.
I might be wrong. But anyway, she's been surrounded by nerds her whole life.
Yeah.
She can't escape us. So
God, I forgot. See, I forgot that was that whole time where Dwight Yoakam was in he was in a ton of movies during that time.
I
Yeah.
really just remember Sling Blade.
Yeah, he was in a ton of movies during that time. It was really weird. It was
Who's-
a weird time.
Who's that? The really odd looking country singer that married Julia Roberts.
I don't know. Maybe they'll tell
Rachel
you.
knows.
There you go.
Rachel, who's that weird looking country singer that married Julia Roberts? Because he's in La Love It.
Yeah, he was in a bunch of stuff too.
He
during
was
that
in
time. Yeah.
one of the greatest films ever made, The New Guy. He played DJ Qual's dad, and I was like, I believe that's his dad. I 100% believe that. You both look strange in the same way. Yeah.
So if anyone was wondering, yes, during our live shows, we are being fact checked during this by Rachel.
By
Yes.
Rachel.
We too are being fact checked during our debate.
And the astounding thing is, I guarantee you, she hasn't had to Google anything.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's just
Yeah.
off the top of her head.
Yeah.
Also, if you ever are like, I remember part of a song lyric, but I don't know what it's from, she can tell you. Yeah, she's good. I have lost at Trivial Pursuit more to Rachel than I think anyone else in the world.
I have never lost at Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, well,
That makes
you
sense
haven't
for
played
you.
with Rachel.
No, I've never played it.
Oh.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm like VCU. I'm undefeated at football. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tess.
God. I might cry about that. Throw my phone.
You don't need it.
Duck, Phillip, duck. Tess is throwing stuff at you.
You're on camera. Gosh.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I need to set up my camera. I forgot. I was going to bring my 360-degree camera
Oh,
tonight.
right.
Set up, and I forgot.
Yeah.
That way, we're going to start capturing your reactions to our stupidity.
Oh,
Yes.
no. But they got to pay extra for that. And all the money has to go to me.
No, we're just
I'm
going to.
kidding.
Never mind. I was going to make a.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
Yep. Just stop now.
Stop it there.
I'm just going to go set her up a page.
Did we just start off the rails, or did we get here just?
No,
extremely
we just
quickly?
started completely
Yeah,
off the
okay.
It was just the whole,
Just checking.
whole thing. Well, I mean, I don't really care anymore because the owner of this establishment's not here. So I'm just loitering at this point.
Yeah, get out.
I mean, they're the ones that told me I could still come in here and do this. I can do whatever I want now.
So, for any of you who weren't here on Saturday, Phillip was wearing a button that said 3 days. And then they forced Alex to wear a button that said -3 days.
Yeah, Alex was here. Alex was here all day on Saturday. So
Yeah. No, because Tess and I are here and we have keys, so he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah. But I have to come in the front door now.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, I wonder, because I made a joke earlier. I was like, it's gonna be weird letting Phillip out the front door, but he parked in the back and
Parked in
walked
the back.
around.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to park out front. I'd much rather walk around during the daylight and leave out back.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I just follow y'all out. Look so sad. Can you let me out the front?
It was like last week, Jaclyn forgot her keys.
Yeah.
And so, like, my phone rings and I look at it. I'm like, I don't know whose number that is. Because apparently I've never saved Jaclyn's number in my phone. And the next thing I hear is someone banging on the window. And I was like, what is happening? She was like, you wouldn't answer your phone. And I was like, I have her name saved in my phone now. So that won't happen again.
Yeah. So, Bill, I'm technically not trespassing because I've gotten approval from the owners to be here.
Yeah.
They said that we could still do Tuesday night show from Richmond Comics. So I'm allowed to be in here. Now, can I still get kicked out? Absolutely.
We need to give you like an ID, you know? Check it out the door.
Sir, here's your guest pass.
Disney Fast Pass.
The Batman.
We need to like get a little picture of Phillip. Just like
Right there.
superimpose over Batman.
You know what? You know when like Tess opened the box this week, and this is literally she just threw it over there in the corner, and this is literally the first thing I saw. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
Like I get drawn to these things. Like I have all the Avenger ones, so now I got a Batman.
I still have my Avengers ID card in my wallet.
So, yes.
You know it's legit because it's signed by William Jefferson Clinton.
Right? Yeah, mine is too. I've been an Avenger for a long time.
Yeah, same.
But now you can be a member of the Justice League.
What?
Watchtower security access. Hey, there's a barcode.
I was
thing
going to
on
say
the
there.
back.
I didn't know there was a QR code.
There's a QR code on the back. I didn't even
need
pay
to-
attention.
I need to know.
Sorry, folks. You're going to have to indulge us as we figure out what's going on here.
So, friend Kirsten told me the other day that her husband Ed, who works in like IT and cybersecurity and stuff, he will not scan a QR code. He doesn't trust them,
Valid.
which makes me nervous about all the QR codes I've scanned in my life. It's just
Yeah, it's just a web page with a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
So you can come get a card.
It's free.
Free card. And there's a QR code on the back. And then there's just tells you about DC's All In.
And assuming we ever get around to talking about comics, we'll talk more about this Justice League stuff.
We'll get there one day. Come on.
Get there.
Everyone's talking. I
know
like
this is
they're
very
talking.
interactive this week.
Look at the whole 12 people we have here.
Wow. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I
Welcome
hope
aboard.
you like nonsense.
Welcome aboard the Good Ship Lollipop. Tess probably has no idea what
None
I just said.
whatsoever.
Nope,
None
not at all.
whatsoever, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at
Yeah,
this.
we appreciate that. The human laugh track hits again.
I was telling Alex on Saturday, I was like, Tess has two laughs. One where she laughs like, I don't know what's happening. And the other one is a real laugh, which has a little more behind it.
Yeah, I always get the pity laughs.
You too.
I don't remember if it was last night or this morning. I said something and Phoebe didn't even look at me. She just went, ha.
Yeah. Yeah, Jaclyn don't put up with my nonsense a whole lot either.
Oh my god.
But I do tell her it's her fault. She married
Yeah.
me. Like you didn't have to.
Oh my god.
You chose this thug life.
It's
Like,
right. I didn't choose the thug life. Thug
Thug
life
life
chose
chose
me.
you.
I traveled down the road and back again. My heart is true.
Dang. Want to talk about some books?
Let's talk about some books.
First, we're going to get to a topical book.
That's right. We're gonna.
This book, no joke, is called How to Steal an Election Before Someone Else Does. Number 1. It's highly entertaining, people.
So the premise of this book is that the blonde is
Good job.
an
Good
elected
job.
representative, and she is running for president. And it starts off very like in the middle of her being in the library and waking up and blah blah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She's running for president, but her ops have put out there that she posed naked for some adult website when she was like 19. And so all of the people around her are like, I can't deal with this. I quit. I can't deal with this. I quit. So she basically gets a call from the lady who ran the website where these pictures were on, who has dirt on everybody. And so they're going to team up and try to steal this election. And there's also a monster truck.
That's what I was going to show. Literally, that's what I was getting to the page.
So she's
of all
running-
that, and there's a monster truck.
So she's running as a Democrat, but because her entire party has disavowed her and won't let her show up to the debate, she crashes the Republican debate and just talks over everybody and then holds a rally in the parking lot of the debate. And everybody's like, I'd like to cut of your jib, lady. But basically, I will say that the premise of the book I felt is a little bit better than the execution of the comic.
Right. That happens.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's there. Some of her speechifying is a little salacious just for the sake of saying naughty words.
But I will tell you, like, this may not mean anything to anyone here other than Tommy and I, but this one page with the monster truck has like flashbacks of Triple H on a tank.
Yes.
At Virginia Beach.
Yes.
From that was when there was a WCW wrestling and a WW. It was still E at the time, I think.
I can't remember.
Anyway, whatever. I may have been W, whatever. But they were separated, and then Triple H showed up in a tank to the other group.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's even the 3 people at the desk. Like this whole page, obviously they're a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
There's no way they're not a wrestling fan that came up with this page.
Yeah. The book was a lot of fun. It is very topical right now. It's a lot of nonsense, which I really like.
Would you like to see this book, Tess?
I would love to see that book.
And you can color the back page if you want.
That's true.
Sold. Thank
there
you.
you go.
Yeah. And to piggyback off the wrestling comment, there's a Mr. McMahon documentary series on Netflix. Phoebe and I have one more episode to watch. It is fascinating. I highly recommend it. It's very good. Anyway. Excellent.
Next, from Image and Ghost Machine, is Hyde Street, #1. So this is Jeff Johns' book finally coming out for right? Yeah, good.
It's a horror. It's a horror book.
Yep, it's their horror book. It's part of the Ghost Machine line.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, like it's once again, it's Hyde Street. It's all this horror stuff that happens on this street. And like weird things, right? Like there's just weird things going on, weird people.
The art team's fantastic. It's Ivan, was it Reyes?
Yeah, Ivan Reyes.
And
yeah.
Danny Miki.
Danny Miki, yeah.
Yeah, the art is gorgeous,
But
even
like,
when it's horrible.
But like this kid, it's really hard to explain. The book's hard to explain. It is a horror book, and every kind of horror trope is in it.
Yeah.
Like from a little kid that's a Boy Scout. As you know, Mr. X-Ray here, you can't really tell it from the cover, but inside his X-ray glasses, it's the guy from the old comics. So that's who this guy is. It's the guy from the old comic books where you bought the X-ray glasses. Like, so it's weird things like that this is really about, because of course it is, because Jeff Johns loves all that stuff.
He does like some weirdos.
So the facsimile books that DC and Marvel put out, Jaclyn picked one up the other day. She goes, "Are they complete facsimiles?" I said, "Yeah." I said that's why you only see certain ones, because they have to get permission to get all the ads. And she goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she was looking at the old ads and she was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yes, this was."
So a lot of it isn't, when I was talking to the guys at DC, a lot of it isn't even about permission, because a lot of these companies don't even exist anymore.
Right.
It's finding versions of the ads that are scannable and usable.
Right.
Like some of the pages are just gone. Some of the ads just don't exist.
But yeah, so she was looking at this and she was like, "Yeah," because like in some of the old ones, it was kind of like the newspaper thing, like "Come get a job here." Or it was like, yeah, this was welcome to the comics of old.
Getting sand kicked in your face.
Flashbacks. Oh God. Oh, no, sorry.
Oh wait. Right. There was a comic book ad about getting sand.
Yeah, there was a comic book ad about
I was just having flashbacks to my childhood.
Yeah, me too. So it was a comic. That's why I don't go to the beach. All right. Next up is, once again, we're getting near Halloween, right? So it's DC Horror Presents Creature Commandos #1. Is it just a one shot? No, it's one of 6.
It's the 6th issue.
Is this weekly? Oh, I bet this is weekly.
I think so.
Yeah.
So the big selling point of this isn't even the Creature Commandos. It's written by, I can't pronounce his name. It's David something.
Yeah,
he was in Ant-Man. He was one of the guys that he was like the Russian guy in Ant-Man and his little team. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's a very funny actor. He's very good at being funny.
This is dark.
But he is writing this. And I like the Creature Commandos. I'm a big fan of DC's Frankenstein. I think he's a really cool character that doesn't get utilized enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, because Medusa's a part of it.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna enjoy it. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna enjoy it. The interesting thing I found in here, though, in the back,
Is it Swerve Strickland?
There's an AEW ad.
It's not just an ad. If you flip back a few pages, it's a whole story.
Is it a whole story?
It's like 3 pages. Yeah,
Oh, it is.
it's
Look
a
at
Swerve
that.
Strickland book. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like a 3-page Swerve Strickland story, and then like a big ad with a bunch of their
Look at
top
DC and
stars.
AEW.
I
teaming
know,
up,
man.
right? Wow. I will say that. So after this ends, the next one is we get the Batman Santa Claus 2.
Yes.
So, and I'm honestly really looking for that because
Yeah, me too.
last year's was great. Bringing Santa Claus into the DC universe was great.
Brian asks, what came first, Creature Commandos or Howling Commandos?
Howling Commandos.
Howling, yeah.
Yeah, Howling Commandos is.
I think Howling Commandos was pre-World War II.
Yeah.
And then Creature Commandos was the 60s.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I had somebody ask us about our shows, right?
Mhm.
And they were like, well, what have you done so far? And I mentioned we did the 90s thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, so people thought the books in the 90s were bad. I went, like, they did, yes,
Mhm.
because of the the covers and all that stuff. And they asked me, they were like, well, what do you consider the golden age? And so I thought for a second, because I look at things a little different.
Yeah.
But it would have to still be the early 60s for me, because that's when Marvel came in.
Yeah.
Right. So when you look at from a cultural standpoint,
Mhm.
I'm not saying there's one time periods of better books,
Right.
but from a cultural standpoint, with Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, the Avengers, all them coming up with the impact that it has today, that's really the books that brought all that in.
And those books really were very topical. They were talking about all of the things that are happening in society right then, and using superheroes as like a lens to tell those stories.
And that was my next statement to him. I was
Yeah.
like, the one thing that people forget, I don't know what's fighting over there behind us,
Yeah.
but I'm going to stay here looking this way. And that was the other statement. I was like, the big thing that's really interesting about comics that you really can't get in any other medium is that if you go pick a few comics from that decade, not only will you find the political climate, but you will find all the fashion from that decade.
Yeah.
So it is
some
literally,
of those old issues of Spider-Man. I'm like, whoa.
yeah. Like, remember Tony Stark had the perm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but when you looked at everything, and that's the great thing about comics that people miss. Like, it really is the political climate and the fashion and everything, but it's technically a historical document of how the world is at the time. Like, even today, right? Like, Avengers Twilight is that book.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at what's going on, like, and the new X-Men right now is that book. And that's what I said. That's why everything is just so different.
Yes, Superman did have a super mullet.
He did. Right. Yeah, during that period. Like, you can always, if you go back in every decade, you will get the cultural climate of that time.
Not only did he have a mullet, he had a heart that was both achy and breaking.
No. I hated that song.
Yeah, everyone did. Well,
I can't say everyone did.
Yeah,
but
I really did not care for it.
I did not either. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You have no idea what we're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Really?
I know the song.
Wow.
It's not a good song.
No, it's not. It's awful. Anyway, next up is Absolute Power number 4. Yeah, that. Woo. This is the finale. It's only 4 parts.
It's a finale. Yep.
Finale.
It's a finale.
Finale.
So here we go. We're done. The final battle between Amanda Waller and
everybody.
These powerless superheroes.
Yeah, they this is one of those things where, like, events a lot of times feel like they get stretched out too much, and then when it ends, it's like all of a sudden. Now, I did not read a lot of the peripheral books to this. I didn't read the Origins book that, like, gives you Amanda Waller's backstory. I only read the first 3 issues of the Team 7, like the Task Force 7 or whatever. And I only read the tie-in books that were books I was already reading. So, like, the Wonder Woman, and I can't remember beyond that. Like, the Wonder Woman issues I remember because I thought they were good. But this is all like big fight, aftermath. and then the setup for what comes next. What comes next is going to be Justice League Unlimited, which we were talking earlier. The Justice League Unlimited cartoon has set a high bar for the name Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, and they're using the logo.
They are, yeah. And the idea that everyone,
I want to show you, but I can't show you.
That everyone who's ever been in the Justice League is in the Justice League.
Trying to find a good page that doesn't really spoil. Like, once again, this is one of those books that everything just happens on every page. Here, we'll use this one. There. But it's Dan Moore art, so it's all gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Yep. But this is it. So from Absolute Power.
Yep, and that leads straight into the All-In special.
Number 1.
Which is a flip book. Ta-da! You get variant covers, and you only have to buy one book. What?
And you have to actually read this.
Yeah, read this half first.
And then you read this half.
Yeah.
Because if you read this half and then read this half,
there will be confusion.
Yeah. Because what happens in this half leads to this half. We're going to just keep doing this for like the next 10 minutes. It's going to be this who's on first thing. This
is my pick of the week. Really, it's a very good kickoff for what's coming next. It's a nice sort of afterword for what happened in Absolute Power. But really what matters is that it seems like the main character in this book is Booster Gold, and that's really all I care about. I in case you don't know, I love Booster Gold.
Yes, I know.
Oh, look, an ad for Justice League Unlimited.
Look, Justice League Unlimited. Ta-da. Ta-da. Here's a page. Page and Justice League Unlimited. Should be entertaining.
I don't know if Booster Gold works best as a movie or a series. I'm not sure. But I'm willing to take anything they give me because I love him. Even the one episode of Smallville where we got Booster Gold, I was a big fan.
I think if you tried to do anything Booster Gold live action, it would have to be a series.
And I think it needs to happen after the whatever's happening in the DC universe is established for many years, because we need to know all of the characters and understand the lore before we can get a Booster Gold from the future to come back and do stuff.
Yeah. Because I think the problem with the movie is that you need to do some of that stuff, and it's going to be a comedy. Like,
yeah.
Right, like
it has to be,
and I don't think it would play as well as a 2-hour movie.
I don't think so either.
Where a 22-minute sitcom,
a Booster Gold sitcom, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I think that's what you would have to do.
And like he's got a built-in straight man with Skeets, his little robot buddy.
And then you just go ahead and bring back Blue Beetle too.
Oh my god!
Right, like
Booster Gold, Blue Beetle.
Yeah, like
I
mean, that would be a perfect sitcom.
Yeah.
Like, it really would. Now, can HBO or Max or whoever pull that off? Probably not.
And like, you could almost do it. Start it off like The Office at Cord Industries.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, you could do anything like that. Yeah. I mean, but it would have to be a 22-minute sitcom.
All right.
Like, that would be
Let's go to California and pitch this. I'm ready.
That to me would be the only way to do a Blue Beetle. Like, a movie wouldn't. I would probably watch a Blue Beetle sitcom, and I hate sitcoms, but I would not probably watch a Blue Beetle movie. It's just not a.
I did watch the Jaime Reyes.
Yeah, but I think the problem with, not Blue Beetle, Booster Gold. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I meant Booster Gold.
Gotcha.
I think the problem with like a Booster Gold movie is they would want to throw like all this action at it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be all this action.
Yeah, it doesn't really need a lot of. Most of the action you do off screen.
Yeah.
Right. Like, honestly, the way
they do in the book with it,
like, you put the camera on Skeets, who's just a little floaty robot, and you have him making comments while the action's happening and noises are happening off screen. You don't even, very low budget sitcom.
Yeah, it would, like I said,
superheroes.
it wouldn't take much, and then you just basically use Skeets as that would be your social media for the day, right?
Oh,
like, it would tie into like how that does.
And then after a few episodes, you get to that point where his costume is like NASCAR. where there's like
The patches.
logos all over it that he sold space.
Didn't they do a storyline on
Yeah,
that?
they sure did.
They did.
Yep.
I thought they did a storyline where Booster Gold
And
sold
then-
all this.
In the Super Buddies, it started off where he was living with this old rich woman. He had like a sugar mama. Yeah. God, I love Booster.
Justice League International. That's not. All right. So my pick of the week is one of these cute little things.
And this is, in my opinion, the best Catwoman I've ever read.
Yes, it is by far. For me, it also is the best Catwoman. They basically, it's all of the Ed Brubaker, Darwin Cook stories in here. I think it's pretty much everything.
I think that looks big enough to have all of it, I think.
Sorry, I can't read these very, very small words on the back. So
it says meow. Brubaker brings back a detective character from the early days of Detective Comics. Like he was in Detective 1 through 26 before Batman. His name's Slam Bradley.
He was before Batman.
Yeah, and he becomes like a main character in this Catwoman arc, and it is awesome. Yeah. And for any of you who have never read a Darwin Cook book, not a cookbook, a book by Darwin Cook, clearing that up. He is one of the single best cartoonists who's ever put pen to paper. Yeah. He was amazing, and it's one of the regrets of my life that I never got to meet him before he died. I'm a huge fan. He's done some amazing like crime noir type stuff, which this is perfect. He did, in my opinion, one of the best things DC's ever published.
New Frontier.
God, it's anyway.
But this is great. Like this is the best Catwoman for me.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So. I was never more invested in Selena as a character as I was in this arc.
And I'll be honest. The reason I picked it up was Ed Brubaker and Darwin Cook. Like it was 100%.
This was kind of my introduction to Darwin Cook. I picked it up because of Brubaker. Because I loved Brubaker's detective run.
Right.
And I was like, oh, he's writing Catwoman. I'll check that out. And then I was like, holy moly, this art is phenomenal. I was trying to use the correct verbiage.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Gadzooks.
Good job.
It's good.
Good job. Yeah. Overall, has Ed Brubaker ever written anything that you did not like?
No, I've never read anything by Brubaker. I went, I don't really care for that.
Yeah, that's
everything he's written.
Yeah, there's a handful of people that I fall, but I think he falls in that category where I don't think he's written anything bad.
And the thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of like crime stories or even detective stories.
I am though. But that's what he does.
Because it's so rare that I get a detective story in a comic book that's good, beginning to end. But every time Ed Brubaker puts one out, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I was asking you, because I haven't read anything. And I've read
a lot.
I'm pretty sure I've read almost all of Ed Brubaker stuff, and I haven't read anything bad that he I mean, come on, this is the guy who brought Bucky back from the dead when everyone said that it couldn't happen.
Also, I just want to point out, Ed Brubaker was writing Captain America at the time. And this was in 2008. This is important. The Red Skull is in a limo with a guy and explaining how he's going to take down America using subprime mortgages.
Oh, my God.
And like a week later is when the housing market crashed.
Wow.
I'm just saying, Ed Brubaker knows some stuff.
Yeah. That happened. That was a thing. That was creepier than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah. There's a few people, but Ed's that. And I mean, if you've ever wanted to pick up any kind of Catwoman stuff, this is the one. And these little books are $10.
Yeah.
Like it's an entire thing.
This is the best format I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? Let's show you. Let's show you a little Catwoman. A little Ed Brubaker. Darwin Cook. God, I love this book.
Yeah.
Look at the atmosphere of these pages.
It's raining.
Ugh. God. Anyway, I'm a fan.
What's wrong?
I'm a fan. I like it.
Yeah. So all of these new format that DC's doing, they're all $10.
Yep.
Like it is. they're basically making them the manga style.
Yep.
And they're making them $10.
And
the paper in them is not bad.
Yeah.
Like it's
And
a little bit better than you stand.
I was worried that I would have a problem with my old man eyes reading them. But I grabbed Watchmen and opened up to one of those pages that's basically a wall of text.
Right.
And I had no problem.
Yeah, I was surprised at how well that I think because they made sure everything was so clear in the printing.
Yeah, they did a good job with it.
And I think they muted some of the I'm not saying that they changed the colors, but I think they made sure the letters and the pages, they toned the letters to where it doesn't get lost.
Well, whatever they did, it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm unbelievably happy with the result. I can't wait for them to do more. Like this week, we've got Catwoman and then the first volume of American Vampire by Scott Snyder and was it Raphael Albuquerque?
Yes.
So those two come out this week, and I know we've got more coming down the road.
They should have made a left turn in Albuquerque.
The second issue of the multiversity thing that DC's doing, where Batman's got Bugs Bunny tied to a chair. And he literally says, Batman's like, "Where'd you come from?" And he was like, "Albuquerque."
Yeah.
Batman's like, "What's in New Mexico?"
You know, whether you like what they're doing with that multiverse book, whatever, the first page of this second issue is worth the entire book.
And
it's literally worth the entire book.
The thing that I was waiting for finally showed up in the second issue. Steven Universe showed up. That's what I wanted. Yeah, the book is very silly and super fun, and it centers around Mr. Miracle and Big Barda's daughter playing video games in the multiverse. It's silly, it's fun. Batman being mad at Bugs Bunny is hilarious.
Yeah, like you're gonna lose this one, Bats.
Yeah.
What's your pick of the week, Tess?
I know she has one because she opened a box and it was a squeal. And then there was about a half an hour later, there was Jaclyn opening a box making a similar squeal.
Also, look, I got my very own circle.
Yes, Tess has a pick
I
of the
know,
week.
this is the best day of my life. So, pick of the week is This Land is Our Land, which is the newest DC YA book. This one is about the Blue Beetle. It's very, very good. It's very good.
My favorite thing this week is so Tess read it, and Tess does reviews on her whatever that page is she has. Storygraph. And so last night I was sitting on the sofa watching baseball or reading, whatever. It wasn't baseball, but I was reading. And because baseball was over by then. And I was sitting there, and then Jaclyn goes, "You need to read Tess's review of this book." And so she hands me the phone and she goes, "Hit the review button." So I hit the review button, and Tess's review of this book says, "Hey, Jaclyn, if you see this, this is my pick of the week." I'm like, that's well played.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me laugh. Yeah.
Take my claim.
Yeah, I was like, "Yep, you."
It's mine.
I did look at her and I'm like, "You lost this round because
That's-
you're not
that
going to
is
beat that."
hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
man.
like, well played.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but I do want to point out manga biographies. Charles Schultz. I managed to read about half of this today. It is adorable. It's really cute, and the art is adorable, and it is the life story of Charles Schultz. His first loves, how awkward he was as a kid, how the name Snoopy became Snoopy's name. It's really cute. Anyway,
And it's by Udon.
it is by Udon, my good pals at Udon. There's another manga that came out this week that I bought from Udon.
Is that the cat one?
That's the cat one.
It's adorable.
It is.
It's the cutest thing ever.
I wasn't going to show it because I was going to surprise Phoebe with it when I got home, but it is an art book, not a manga, really.
It's an art book of cats.
But look at them. Look at them. They're so cute.
It's a bunch of traveling cats.
Oh, it's so cute. Anyway,
It is very adorable. Even I thought it was cute. So
Oh man,
that right there tells you. That tells you something. I'm like, oh, a cat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come on, man.
I picked it up. I was like, oh, this looks cute, and I opened it. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So what else we got going on? Nothing.
Right this second,
We had our big fall festival.
we had our fall festival
That was
Saturday. It was
Great turnout.
awesome.
It was the nicest day.
It was yeah.
It got warm actually. I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
tell you,
everybody
it
was
got
like, "Oh, it's a
warm.
little
Yeah. So
Yeah. But we had a great day. All of our vendors seemed to have a good time. Everybody got to meet Alex.
Yep.
I
I trudged Alex around everyone and introduced her.
They were like, oh, look at her. He was like, look at our buttons. Look at our buttons.
Yeah. Eventually people was like, I heard about your button.
We are not doing Nightmare Weekend, but I have
I mean,
isn't
every weekend a nightmare?
all right, so October 25th from I believe it's either 3 to 7 or 4 to 7.
If there was only a way.
I know it's way over there. I forgot to grab
I
it.
could have grabbed it.
No, Tess, I don't want to bother you.
We're having a little event in the store. It's a silver event. We're gonna have Pete Capella, who is Silver the Hedgehog, and Philip Andrew, who is Lunar Wolf Power Ranger from Power Rangers Wolfpack. They will be in the store from 3 to 7 on October 25th.
Signing all your Sonic and Power Ranger needs.
Yep. So if you, I'm sure they'll have headshots and stuff with them too. If you don't have anything for them to sign, so we got that going on the 25th, and then on the 26th at Midlothian Mines Park, we've got the 3rd annual Haunted Woods, which we'll be there. This will be our 3rd year. We'll be there handing out candy and free comics and stuff. But it's a fun event. It's great for kids. And they do it like a haunted trail around the pond, the lake there in the mines, which I've never been able to do the haunted thing because I'm too busy set up doing stuff. So we got that going on. And then for future stuff in November, we're going to be at the VA Comic-Con. And then in February, we've got the Powhatan Comic-Con. And then in May, we've got Free Comic Book Day. We got,
And even I may be at Virginia Comic-Con.
Yeah, I think I've talked Phillip into coming out with me. We're going to do some RCX Media stuff, some comic stuff.
I have no responsibilities.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make him carry some boxes.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. That's pushing it.
Well,
Wait. We'll see.
Oh, cool. All right, well, Brian, we'll see you there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. They have the last few years they've had like some food trucks, and they've got some face painters and some people that did balloon animals and a bunch of vendors doing a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of candy, a lot of free stuff to give away. It's very much family oriented. It's put on by the Chesterfield Police Athletic League, which they were here for our fall festival set up to promote this. Yeah, so we've got a lot coming up.
And just for the record, I didn't do the stickers on the last Free Comic Book Day. I was like, you know what? Hey, Tess.
That's what I did. And I loved every minute.
But this year, yeah, I don't care.
They get stickered or they don't.
And now I think Alex is going to be here every Tuesday that we know of.
Is that the plan?
And Saturday.
And Saturday.
Yeah, she's going to be here most Saturdays too, yeah. Or at least the next few.
At least the next few.
Not this next one. She's got something else going on, but yeah.
So
Alex will be around.
Yep. Come in, say hi to Alex.
Everybody to meet.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
Come say hi to Boss Lady. I only do that because she hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Tessa?
Isn't that right? Ain't that just the way?
I want you to know that Sunday when I was at lunch with my friends, you were only referred to as Tessa Boo.
Yeah. That is the single best thing I have ever done in my life.
Wow.
I
wish
mean,
I was proud.
If it was only me and a few people, fine. But it's her mom that does it, right? Like once I got her mom to call her Tessa Boo, I won.
Whenever she asks me about my job, hey Tess Boo, how's your work going?
And you're like, it fills me with rage.
It worked so well.
So perfect.
And if you haven't gone out to watch our videos on our other
Oh.
videos on RCX Media, our banned book one dropped on Friday.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And-
Jaclyn joined us. Phillip gets heated when he talks about banned books.
Yeah, that actually is a fun one. And
Yeah.
then Anthology hits this week with Tessa Boo and Jaclyn doing book club.
Yay!
That's a book club.
Tessa book club. Yeah, there's lots of cans of
Yeah,
noodle
we got
arms,
some
yeah.
noodle arms in the shop still. Come on in, pick them up.
Tess is staring someone down. at
Sorry,
her,
there was somebody like literally going backwards. It's just-
So yeah, so we got that. So we got the one that dropped last week. Their book club anthology will hit this Friday. Then next Friday is actually our Hope,
Yep.
right?
We hope
We
we will
hope.
sit down and film it between now and then.
Or
Or it might be live.
Yeah.
Who knows?
no, I think we got to film it.
We got to film.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you're not here.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So
I'm
you're
out of
not
town.
here. You're out
Yeah,
of town on
we
that
definitely
Friday,
have to film
we
it.
have
So
to
yeah.
film- yeah. So we will be filming that one soon. And then, if I'm correct, the After Dark this time is creator versus creation. And that October one,
I believe
think
that
so.
is what we decided. Yes. We have a lot of creators lined up. Like how I know you're real mad at this creator.
But
Can you move past your anger and enjoy the creation? I'm interested. to
spoiler
see.
alert, I can. Spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure someone can't.
And I'm right in the middle.
And
so
I
this
thi-
is great.
Yeah, I think Tess is right in the middle. So.
So this will be interesting. I believe that one's going to be live. We'll be zooming that one, or are we getting together?
We'll figure that
All
out.
right.
It will be live.
Yeah, that one's going to be live.
We're still
so-
going to try to do most of our After Darks live if we can.
Yeah,
Like that's the one.
they're
that
more
we're-
fun that way.
Yeah.
I think because we
Yeah.
get some interaction. And,
Yeah, but but I don't know if we're. I mean, we talked about trying to get together, but
yeah.
I don't want to stress people out.
Well, it's too late.
Yeah, I'm already there.
I'm really stressed out.
Dang it, Bobby. All right, Tess, you got anything?
No.
Got anything? Anybody got anything?
I think I've given all the things.
Okay. Well, then we will call it a night because I think Tess is getting ready to leave anyway. so she's-
I'm real
Yeah,
tired,
you're
and I
7
still got to
minutes
put these
over.
books on the wall. And I got to get home in
Whoa.
time.
No.
I got to get home in time for this comedy.
Tess only wants these things to be a certain length because she's not going to watch it anyway.
I will watch them eventually.
You hurt my feeling.
Not your
Anyway.
feeling.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. We appreciate it. We will talk to you next Tuesday. Thanks for all the comments.
Yep.
And we are, well, I say we're out, but it takes forever
You
to
got to
keep
push
hitting
so many buttons.
all these.
So
Bye.
many